Now to Tallahassee and a march for gun safety. Students joined forces to demand change in the wake of last week's mass shooting at Florida State. WESH 2's David Jones was the only local reporter there as they made their voices heard.
The Tallahassee community, the Florida State University community, is still reeling following last week's mass shooting. Various student groups and organizers came together to hold a march from the campus to the state capitol, demanding the legislature enact change.
No more silence! No more silence!
Our generation deserves to grow up in a world where we don't have to worry about getting shot at school.
Hundreds of students, parents, and organizers made their way from FSU's campus to the state capitol. There,
you are all the generation raised on lockdown drills and mass shooting headlines.
they were joined by members of Florida's Democratic caucus to show support for safe gun storage measures and to oppose efforts to roll back bipartisan reforms passed in the wake of Parkland in 2018. House Bill 759, lowering the age from 21 to 18 to purchase a long gun, passed the House and sits in the Senate.
I don't want to wait for another press conference hearing who's going to be the lead on this case. I don't want to hear another story of a child, of a young man accessing their parents' firearm, let alone the firearm of a police officer.
The reality is that gun violence is the #1 killer of young people in America. My generation, our generation.
A survivor of the Parkland shooting, who now attends FSU, was among the marchers.
4 of my friends died that day, and I have been visiting their grave sites for the last 7 years. No one should ever have to experience a school shooting, let alone 2.
Following the protest, some students went inside the Capitol building to deliver leaflets to lawmakers. There, they were joined by the State House Democratic Minority Leader to put pressure on Tallahassee Republicans. In Tallahassee, David Jones, WESH 2 News.
The legislature is set to adjourn next Friday. The Florida State baseball team honored the victims before last night's game against Stetson. Students and faculty gathered on the field at Dick Howser Stadium to share a moment of reflection and silence. Florida State police and first responders were also honored for their actions. And Dr. Matthew Ramsire, a trauma surgeon at Tallahassee Medical Healthcare, throughout the first pitch.